Caroline Mason. I'm a freshman here at ETSU. I'm majoring in early childhood education, so I'll be certified to teach anywhere from pre-K to third grade. For my service organization, I worked with PopArts, and PopArts is the theater-based program with its main goal being inclusion. So I had a great time with it, and now I'm going to tell you about my experiences. PopArts, the power of performing arts. So by now, everybody's probably wondering what exactly PopArts is and why does it exist. PopArts stands for the power of performing arts. It's an inclusion-based theater program for people with disabilities and without disabilities. Inclusion simply means everyone, especially those with disabilities, is included, and everyone is given a fair shot and is treated equally. PopArts was founded in 2011 by Dr. Cynthia Chambers and Kathleen Badolf. Dr. Chambers is actually a special education professor here at ETSU. PopArts is comprised of two casts, a pop cast and an arts cast. The pop cast is for kids from ages 5 to 18, and the arts cast is for those from 18 to 35. And then we have a support cast for both the pop cast and the arts cast. So people like me are considered support cast. One of the main goals of PopArts is socialization. We want to give people with disabilities somewhere to go and a fun activity that they can do like any other person. PopArts also wants to improve the interactions between people with disabilities and people without disabilities, because of a lot of the time we don't know how to interact with each other, and this will just better break the barrier between us and the preconceived ideas that we have about people with disabilities. Surprisingly enough, PopArts does not require a lot of funding. The organization doesn't need much because a lot is left up to our imagination and our interactions with one another. Currently, PopArts is being funded by a small state grant and another grant from ETSU. For the members, the parents do not have to pay anything except for one t-shirt at the end of the season for the performance. The support cast, or volunteers, is mainly students from ETSU who want to pursue a career in some education field, or students like us who are in service learning classes. Every Saturday, PopArts practices at Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church. It's awesome that this church has been so gracious to allow us to use their space for free every week for the past 6 years. The other volunteers and I believe that if more funding were to become available, then we would use that money to have more and better costumes, and maybe even throw in some props just to make the performance a little bit more interesting, even though it's very interesting already. As of right now, funding is sufficient for the group, but if we are to get more participants, more funding may become necessary, and it will just help out a little bit more to make this a special experience for everyone. One of my favorite aspects of PopArts is being able to see the growth in the participants. Two girls really stuck out to me this year because of how much they have changed from the beginning of the season until now. One of the girls, Anastasia, was very closed off and reserved at the beginning of the season. She wouldn't talk to anybody, she wanted to be left alone, and she didn't want to participate. By the end of the season, Anastasia was singing the national anthem on stage in front of the entire audience. She had no music, she didn't have any of the lyrics up there, just her and her raw voice. It was incredible. You could tell how proud of herself she was, and we were all just as proud of her. The other girl, Olivia, had severe autism, and so I didn't get to interact with her as much. She would come in, she would kick, she would scream, she would throw things, she would hurt herself, and she would hurt others. Even though I didn't get to be a direct influence on her, I did get to see how much she grew. By the end of the season, she came in, she was ready to go, and most of all, she had a smile on her face. She still had meltdowns, but it was not because she was coming to PopArts. It was because she was leaving PopArts. In the performance, she marched across the stage singing "You're a Grand Old Flag" as proud as she could while carrying her own flag. It's great to see the impact that myself and everyone else are making on people with disabilities. It's really humbling to know that they can do just as much as we can, and sometimes even more. Even though PopArts is a great organization, improvements can always be made, just like anything else in life. I've noticed that the interaction with the cast and the support cast is a little uncomfortable at first. If it were up to me, I would include training days for the support cast because a lot of the time the volunteers have never worked with somebody with a disability. Thankfully, I worked with my special needs class when I was in high school, so I already had some experience. I would also include a training day for the cast themselves. We would learn about our show and our goals for the season. Overall, I had a great time with PopArts, and I'm eternally grateful to have this experience. I think I will be returning in the spring to work with the organization again, and I'm so excited. All in all, I had a great experience with my organization, and I really enjoyed taking this class. PopArts is a great organization, and if anyone is interested in getting involved, please feel free to email me. Thanks for watching!